respectfully, I sometimes the writing's on the wall. Like,
Yeah, you have to.
Like-
You have to. You have to do something. You can't just let everybody keep their job after that. Are you joking?
yes, Joe Burrow MVP.
He didn't mean.
Is he the MVP? Folks,
He said
welcome.
that.
Hold on, time out. Shut the fuck up. Folks, welcome to episode 30 of the Steel Pirate Media Show. Whoa, that looks like gang signs. I don't know.
Oh, no, that's
Where's-
what they do for the 252 now.
Oh,
It's like
are you
gang.
affiliated too, Macaroni Jones?
Macaroni Jones.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, Drake Mayo.
Yeah.
They zoinked Macaroni Jones' number, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, that's shiesty.
Man, who we got up there, man? Who we got up there? Let the people know who we got, man. Who we got?
We got young Cory Grady. He is a Washington high school football legend.
Best player in the league.
No aura.
He is a Boston sports fanatic. He is a purely authentic Celtics fan. Shout out to the sign behind you.
I will say.
And his PlayStation is probably the fastest CBR you ever seen.
Bro, I do miss my CBR.
Yeah, I can't have one. I'd be dead. No street
Yeah.
bikes. No street bikes. Would you drive a street bike, Gunner?
No,
A Harley?
I'll die, bro. No, none of that stuff, dog.
None of that stuff. What about like a four-wheel, like off-road stuff?
Yeah, all day.
Dirt's a
feel
little
like
more
I'm control-
Dirt's a little more
You know what?
forgiving.
You don't have to worry about the people on the road when you're out, on some land somewhere.
Well, my thing is when I'm out on some land somewhere, what keeps the whole thing safer is like the 72 light beers that I consume while I'm on that land.
Exactly. And
Riding
it's
said
illegal to do
machines.
so. It's illegal to do so.
Much harder to
You can
get
do whatever
caught.
You want on your own property.
Much harder to get caught.
Yeah, because you need a warrant to get in here, brother.
You got a 1,000cc piss missile and a hinge plate bracket. You're still hard to get caught.
Exactly.
Yo, there's a video that I've found on YouTube it's insane. It's a guy in Philly actually, and he runs from the cops, and his mirrors, one of them is a camera behind him, and the other one is a GPS. It's wild.
I tell you, Riley, they call those strikers. That's what those are called.
Oh, they have a name? People knew about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like
No,
some
Striker's
stuff.
a stolen whip.
Nah, a striker is just it's a foreign that you do a hit in.
I mean, you could
Nice.
use a striker is a stolen whip, plain blank.
That
Like,
you do a hit
They
in.
sell strikers on Facebook Marketplace, bro. There was a strike
Sliding on ops. That's what
There was a strike out.
Ask Lil Durk. Lil Durk, he knows all about them strikers.
What do they do? Be grinding off the VINs?
Yeah. all of
Is
it.
that why they
changed the
call it a
license plate.
striker?
Change the license plate. You put a fake license plate on the end.
Please tell me y'all seen the Kia Boys.
Bro,
Bro,
yeah.
I went on a ride.
That's what that is.
Bro, one of my
Oh.
buddies is a cop in
Indianapolis.
yeah, he's been on.
Hey,
That's
hey,
all
I-
you need.
Listen,
That's all you need.
listen.
That
I
this
own a Kia. Listen, I own a Kia, and I wish one of y'all motherfuckers would, because
you want a new one?
It's legal to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, but if they take it and they do some damage and they guess what?
And they ain't getting nowhere.
Bro,
Nah.
Take it, hoon it, and return it.
No. If you're taking it, put it in the lake when you're done, please. 'cause-
Nah, the Kia Boys in Raleigh, they take that bitch, hoon the fuck out of it, and return it.
and park it right back where they found it. They return to the crime scene? That's like rule number 1.
Idiots.
Oh, man. Well, we usually start with something fun. I didn't bring anything to the party, boys. Anybody got anything? Come on.
Hey,
We could
I mean, I ain't
go
really
ahead.
got anything to like, it's nothing that's like fun. It's really just a couple shout outs. I mean, shout
Nah.
out them boys in the dub, man.
Let's ask Cory and see if he concurs about the chicken situation. Best fast
Well, I
food
didn't.
chicken.
I never got to get in this yesterday. The last
Man,
time.
we left Cane's open because we knew you were gonna say Cane's.
Yes, you had already hammered that like 2 weeks before.
So, yeah, we nobody said Cane's. We left Cane's out of it. That was your chicken strip.
We
didn't
knew that was
or
you.
your chicken sandwich. So
So I gotta ask, are we talking strips, sandwiches, or like actual like thighs?
Nah, like a
Breast.
strips and fries,
strip and
like
a chicken.
yeah,
It was a strip.
yeah.
It was a strip and then a sandwich. Was
Or a strip
typically
and a
how it
sandwich.
went.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how it went. Yeah, I said
were all-
Bojangles and Zaxby's.
For me, and I want to preface this, I've never had Church's chicken, but
You ain't missing nothing.
Zaxby's is my spot. If I could combine Zaxby's with cane
Really?
sauce, ultimate restaurant.
I feel like
I'll say
Hey,
this.
everybody's got their
Zaxby's
opinions.
has kind of fallen off a little bit.
But when it comes to the chicken sandwich, bro, it's either Popeyes or, I mean, I don't know, bro. Popeyes is nice.
Bro, Cajun filet biscuit. I don't know if we count that as a fucking sandwich, but yes, sir.
A biscuit with chicken, yeah, dude.
Nah, if we get in that territory, king chicken.
No,
Yeah.
but fast food, like something
yeah,
that
fast
everybody
food,
could
yeah.
get to, because that was Avery. That's where Avery was going with this. Trust me, that was his
Or the
first.
cheddar cheese biscuit with the chicken
Yes,
breast on
yeah,
top.
oh yeah. Did
Boy,
you
I
hear what
was-
he heard? Did you hear what he said? A cheddar cheese buttermilk biscuit with a fried fillet of chicken, right,
Yes.
right in the middle.
I'm talking half pound of cheddar cheese in the biscuit.
Cause like the biscuit, when you get it, it's like a fucking mound. Like
Yeah, the biscuit is just the shell for the cheese.
You gotta look like the crimson chin to open up big enough to eat that bitch.
yeah, dog.
You gotta,
Lord.
Bro,
wait,
just
hold on.
feelings over there.
Lord.
you gotta Joy Taylor that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. I'll give you 1.5 million if you come over here.
Whoa. Good thing Skip Bayless isn't around, or he'd be talking to.
Bro, like he said, you could have got Sarah J for like 20, 50, less than that.
Three
like
bands.
5 grand.
Three bands, and that would have sent Skip Bayless to the moon.
It would have been doing one of these. Ah.
That boy would have been in the bed looking like it was at a church service. Revival.
Hey, you saw Shannon Sharp. He said, ain't got nothing to do with me. 42 pages. Ain't no Shannon Sharp on there.
I will say this too. My favorite memes have come from the Colin Cowards and the Jason Whitlocks. And like,
Yeah,
those
bro,
guys
hold
just
on.
said
Jason
Colin
Whitlock.
Coward.
Nah.
Colin Cowherd.
Jason
Not-
Whitlock is
he
such a
said
cornball, though.
42 pages. Not a single shred of Colin Coward.
Just,
What a man.
They mentioned him. They said he was just a good guy and kept to himself.
Speaking of Colin Coward, did y'all remember when it was the year Trey Lance was getting drafted? Trey Lance was dating Coward's daughter. Coward was just like, oh,
The
super
greatest
high on Trey
greatest
Lance.
quarterback ever. And then
Yeah.
Then they
the
broke
moment
up.
they break up, that guy is terrible. He is garbage.
Dude, Colin's so quick to switch up, too. He's so quick to just be like, he's the worst.
Yeah, bro. Like, man, Colin Coward is that's a funny guy. Shout out
He
to
is.
Colin Coward, man.
I'll tell you
Nah,
what.
listen.
It's
This
not as
is
funny as Skip Bayless, though,
listen,
man. Skip
listen.
Bayless with his little swag pics sitting there like this, and he's fucking damn near 80, offering bitches 1.5.
Oh, I got
Million?
y'all. I got y'all.
Crazy.
Drip Bayless.
Drip Bayless, yeah.
You gotta
You
remember
know-
after every Cowboys loss to make a video throwing your Cowboys jersey in the trash can saying you're done.
Nah, my favorite one is when he's got the one. I think it's him in the flu game 12s. He's talking about when I have these shoes on, I don't lose.
Bro, he's a fool.
Oh,
Nah, Coward is a fool, bro.
You a funny dude, Skip. You a funny guy, Skip.
Whitlock's a weirdo. I'll say it. Whitlock,
Such a cornball.
listen, if Whitlock had 1.5 million to spend on pussy, he would have, and she was also fucking Shannon Sharp, so he's mad about that. I'm just here to tell you.
Oh wait, that's speculation. That's speculation.
That's
because
fact.
Shannon Sharp wasn't mentioned in the lawsuit at all.
Just because he wasn't mentioned doesn't mean he didn't hit. What are we talking about?
Precisely, I'm just saying.
Wait, Shane,
I said Jason Whitlock is mad.
Careful, bro.
He
He gonna
ain't
come
hit.
get you for defamation, bro. He gonna come get you for defamation of character.
Nah, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, ain't no people at ESPN to keep me from talking what I'm gonna say.
Hey, listen,
it
it
ain't.
ain't.
He said at Kirk Street. That shit applies here.
It ain't defamation if it doesn't hurt your character, and frankly, that don't hurt his character, in my opinion. He's a single man doing what men do.
I'm telling you, it ain't good to sleep with your coworkers.
Is that experience?
I'm
yes,
just.
I can say that. Yes, there is. I will say I have.
Yeah, gentlemen, that's called
Brother,
that's
like
shitting
the
where
first
you
rule
sleep.
like,
That's what I was gonna say. I have
It's the
a
first rule
former
we
friend
learned
named
growing
Chase
up.
who used to say, "You don't shit where you eat."
Yeah.
Painter.
Yeah.
But gentlemen,
Yeah.
let's get into it.
Yeah, man. Hey.
MVP.
Contentious.
2024-25 season MVP. Who you got, Cory?
Oh boy. All right. For me, I'm going Lamar.
We'll go on. Elaborate.
So, I mean, you look at it, MVP, I'm looking at it through the lens of most valuable player on the team. Like, if you took Lamar off the Ravens and, let's say, put Burrow or Allen on the Ravens, I will say I would think they would be better with Allen than Burrow with the way that team's constructed. I don't think they're going to be as good as if they had Lamar on that team.
But if they had a quarterback like Kenny Pickett?
Oh, trash.
Okay.
Trash, dumpster fire. Because, I mean, you look at it, their best receivers really is, I mean, it's Zay Flowers, honestly.
Their best receivers for Rashad Bateman, you want my honest opinion.
But, like,
that's hard to say because I think Bateman's getting number one corners. I think they're probably closer wide receiver 1 and 2 than maybe like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. But I think Bateman's probably getting number one quarters. I could
The best
be wrong,
receiver on their team plays tight end.
Yeah, Mark Andrews.
That's truth.
No.
That's truth too.
No.
Isaiah Likely.
Likely.
Yes.
Mark Andrews was a dog. Has been a dog in the last.
No, wait
2-3
till
years,
Isaiah
though.
Likely. When Isaiah Likely develops, he's going to be one of the better tight ends.
No, and he's been developing well over the last 2 years, right? 3 years. 2 years.
Yeah, he has. He could just have like a 1 inch smaller foot to keep it out of the paint. But
what? So you said, let him finish the point.
So I mean, you look at Lamar's got 4,172 yards, 41 total tuds, only 4 picked.
Yeah,
41 passing.
Yeah, 41 passing tuds, 119.6 rating. To me, he's just my MVP. Like Lamar, he opens up that offense a lot because you've got to worry about the RPO between him and Derrick Henry, and then he's got an arm that can kill you.
Yeah, he's accurate, dude. Deadly accurate.
And that's not. I like Joe Burrow. I like Josh Allen, which is sacrilegious for me to say, being a Patriots fan. Josh Allen's a stud.
Yeah,
but Lamar has just lit it up to me this year.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, what about you, Boob? You go next.
Me to go
I'm
next?
definitely going last, so go ahead.
Yeah, you go next.
All right. So, I think this comes down to some interesting things here, actually. So, if you look at it and, obviously Lamar had a crazy season, and I'm not sold on him completely yet. I think he's still the AFC's Dak Prescott. We're almost coming up on 365 days of me saying that. And until he does something meaningful in the playoffs, I will continue to say that. But the touchdown to interception ratio, the winning the division, in my opinion, puts him ahead of Burrow. I know that Cincinnati wasn't losing because of Burrow, okay? Like that's ignorant. But at the same time, sometimes a good offense or a slower offense, a less explosive offense, a more consistent offense, more of an offense that they ran in Baltimore this year, I think helps their defense. I don't think their defense is great. It's not bad, but it's not that good. But with the way that they can run the ball and pass the ball, it's so much better. And I think the reason they're able to do that is because of Lamar's ability to throw the ball, and they got to lighten the box a little bit, and Derrick Henry can eat. Right? And again, go ahead, key in on him, and then we're going over the top. Okay, so in my opinion, the reason for the success goes back to Lamar. But that's not my MVP pick. My MVP pick is Allen. My MVP pick is Allen because of the record. Okay? Hear me out. It's the record.
I know where it's gonna go.
It's this too. Okay? It's the whole, they cleaned house in that offense. And he's playing better. Okay? They're like I said, the number 1 seed. He has, again, I think Lamar over Burrow because of some of the things I just mentioned. And I think Allen over Lamar because Allen has 11 rushing touchdowns this year, bro. I'm not saying that's the end-all, be-all, but I mean, when you look at it,
within the 1 yard line?
Bro, I'm saying, okay, so then if he passes the ball, I'm not saying he's scrambling crazy. He doesn't have the same yard.
I don't think 28 passing touchdowns. That's it.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like
11 picks.
Right. I'm not mentioning the touchdown to interception ratio.
Well,
I'm talking about wins.
I'm talking about wins.
Yes. I'm talking about wins. And that's the most valuable thing. I think ultimately what this MVP race comes down to, unfortunate for the season that Joe Burrow had. Now, this is one thing I will say. If Joe Burrow's defense was better, if the team was better and they were winning games, do you think Joe Burrow's stats look like that at all? I don't think so.
All those games all those games he lost decided by 2 or 3 plays.
Yes, because he has to.
So the yards
if he could score, if they could score 21 points in a game and win, he wouldn't have those yards. He wouldn't have those touchdowns.
We had that. We won with 21. We won with 20, whatever it was. But
a handful
it's not necessarily
of times.
About that.
What I'm getting at though is he's playing from behind, and that's not his fault. That's not his fault. Listen, it's not his fault.
Field goal, you fumble a snap.
It's not his fault. He's playing from behind.
That's the difference between him being in the playoffs and not.
But what I'm saying is, right, what I'm saying is if you replace Allen in that, if you put Allen in a situation where he isn't doing the same amount of winning, I think maybe not the touchdown to interception ratio that Burrow has because it's crazy, but I think you see some inflated stats to that regard. I think that if the Bengals were a better collective team, that his stats wouldn't show that way. He could still easily be an MVP candidate, but that's just my opinion, right?
For sure.
What the fuck does that mean? Nothing. So at the end of the day, I think really what the race comes down to is Allen and Lamar. And similar to last year, why they gave fucking Myles Garrett Defensive Player of the Year over TJ Watt is the same reason that they'll give the MVP to Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson. Because Jackson already has a few. Allen's pretty close. We got to spread the love. That's my genuine opinion about the MVP trophy, which in my opinion, I know you're a little bit up in arms, Gunner, right now about Joe Burrow and the season he had, but that's a fucking participation trophy at this point if that's what they do. Like, no? Like, if Josh Allen wins this, is it not a participation trophy? And I genuinely think he is going to win because of that.
So this is
Like, he ain't the best player, and I'll agree with you. I think, truthfully, it should be Lamar and Burrow. But because of some of these wins and the fact that he's been up there a couple times,
you
don't have a point. You don't have the league is fucking.
The argument
Everybody
for
gets
Josh
one.
Allen is the argument for Josh Allen is he beat both of the 1 seeds.
That too.
He
Well,
beat
that-
the
he does
Chiefs
have a
and he
true
beat the
number one.
Lions. And that too. He has no number 1 receiver. He's throwing the ball to a bunch of slots. And Keon Coleman is a slot. We're gonna keep it hot. Khalil Shakir is a slot. You know, I'm not saying Josh Allen. I wouldn't vote for Josh Allen. I mean,
I don't think he should get it, but I'm telling you,
no.
listen to what the people talk about, and look how this shit goes, especially last year.
Oh yeah. I think people. I'll say this too. Saquon Barkley. I understand. You know, he did what he did. He might be playing behind one of the greatest offensive lines in the history of football. He doesn't get touched for 8 yards.
Give Jahmyr Gibbs that line.
He's literally averaging 8 yards per touch. Like
Give
before he's
Jahmyr Gibbs
touched.
that line, bro.
Respectfully, he doesn't come back to Pittsburgh. Give Najee Harris that line, dude.
No.
Yeah. Like, and I could get behind that line and probably run for 100 yards, guys. I'm 280 pounds. Yeah, I'll say it. Boys out there getting 8 yards a pop before he's touched, bro. What are we talking about here, fellas? Come on. And it's another thing too. Saquon Barkley was tackled 10 times at the 1 to 2 yard line.
That's insane.
And then what did they do? What did they do?
Tush push.
Tush pushed it right in. Those are at least 8 to 10 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley should have.
Oh, he only had 13 touchdowns this year. That's it.
Exactly. That 2K
Jahmyr
with
Gibbs has
23
20.
tuds.
Jahmyr Gibbs
2K
has
with
20 on
23
150 less carries.
Yeah, 2K with 23 tuds looks a whole lot better than 2K with 12. You know what I mean? 13.
I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs 1,500 yards with 20 touchdowns on 150 carries all day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Burrow to me,
Bro, don't get it twisted. Burrow
here we
is
go.
out his
I've been waiting
mind.
for this because he's really about to hate, and I'm about to just take it.
It's really not, bro. There's not really too much hate, honestly. You guys had the third easiest schedule going into the league, and you failed to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. When
That's
the games you're supposed to win, you're in the playoffs. It's probably a co-MVP situation, just like McNair and Manning in 2003. It's Lamar and Peyton Manning. Honestly, I genuinely believe that's what it is. Joe Burrow, great numbers, like you said, 48 tuds,
First in passing yards, first in touchdowns.
That's great. You did have something the other day in the chat where I was like, noted. Lamar Jackson, 41 tuds, 4 picks. He's the first player in NFL history to have less than 5 picks and 40 tuds.
Yep.
He added another 900 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
Yeah, guys. I mean, it's just hard for me to go against that.
The only thing to add to that argument is
he's won a unanimous MVP, and this year is better than the year he won a unanimous MVP.
Along with that, look at the difference in receiving rooms.
Like that too. I mean,
listen, we're not going to sit here and act like Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews and Dale Likely and Zay Flowers are all bums.
They're not bums. They're not bums. They're not
bums,
though, bro. They're not
at all.
They're not.
They're way better than what Josh Allen has.
They're not
correct. They're not T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. You're right.
Yeah, they're not two $20 million a year ones though, bro.
But I will say,
And they're
Joe
not.
Burrow-
Hey, they're not Keon Coleman. They're not Khalil
Let me just
Shakir.
say one thing. Because we're talking about switching these quarterbacks around and this or that. We had not only do we have the triple crown of receiving, we have the triple crown of the worst two guards in PFF history. They have.
Why do you get?
They have.
Yo, it gave you the balloons.
That's crazy. The worst guards in PFF history. First in pressures, first in hurries, first in sacks allowed. I mean, it's horrendous. But continue. I'm sorry.
Are you good, bro? I mean, like I said, that's wild to me. It's wild. It's wild that Lamar Jackson, when he came into the league 5-6 years ago, go play receiver, go play receiver.
Yeah.
Riley Dunbar is over there saying he's
Running
the Dak
back.
Prescott of the AFC. I hope we get into the game this weekend because he's got something. He's got a chance to do some special shit this weekend, Riley.
Yep.
Bro, Dak Prescott won wild card games. What are we talking about?
Oh, listen.
What are you talking about?
But
Lamar lost the AFC chip last year. He's coming back for vengeance, bro. I get it.
He can come back for vengeance all he wants.
I just have to put Lamar as the MVP this year, just because
I agree with
best
you.
season of his career.
I agree with you. Like, if we're talking about the MVP of the league, I agree with you. But I'm telling you what's going on in the league right now, and that's why I'm taking.
I'm telling you,
Josh
if the Bengals had at least a winning record, then these guys would be out of the conversation.
Oh, 100%.
They do have a winning record. They're 9-8.
No, if you made the playoffs, if you made the playoffs.
Correct.
Correct. We will give that week 1 win back to y'all because we'll get our draft pick back.
Yeah, but listen, y'all gonna draft Shedeur and he's gonna decline to go there anyway.
10 out of 10 on the timing on that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, great timing. Great. That's gonna be a great clip.
Yeah,
great clip right there.
Fire. That was fire. I like that.
We're not drafting Shedeur.
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna go Travis Hunter.
Well,
hold on. MVP. We'll get to the Patriots in a second.
Hold on. So, all right, everybody got to say their piece, man. It's my turn to say my piece. You're talking about your passing yards leader, your passing touchdowns leader. You guys are over here telling me you put Burrow on the Bills, he's not doing this. You put Burrow on the Ravens, he's not doing. Let me tell you something, man. The most pure passer of the ball in the NFL today is Joe Burrow. I don't think, as far as accuracy, as far as constant completions, dude, his completion percentage is like fucking 78, 79. He throws like 40, 50 passes a game, always finds the open spot, dude. The connection between him and Jamar Chase, it's unstoppable. Teams try all the time. They'll double him, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes to T, right? And that's where, the receiver room's nice. It's great. It's one of the best in the league. You're going to sit there and tell me that Jake Browning is the same as Joe Burrow on that team?
Yo. But I'll say this. Are those receivers what they are without Joe Burrow?
That's the other thing, bro. That connection between him and Jamar Chase, Jamar's not putting up Triple Crown numbers without that.
I'm just saying we'll find out next year because, in my opinion, T is definitely leaving.
No.
Higgins has been gone, buddy.
No, sir. And I'm gonna hold my faith into that.
As long as Jamar Chase doesn't go messing up the money, bro. Again, I think we talked about this some. Like you just gotta wait your turn. Like, I'm not saying he's not worth it. Don't get it twisted. You just gotta kind of hold. You gotta wait your turn.
You take Joe Burrow off the Bengals this year, they don't win one singular game. I don't think it's even close.
I'll buy it.
Right? I think they're 0 and whatever. I just, in a world where, we're talking about the player.
It should be a quarterback.
So hard for me to
respectfully, this should be a quarterback. Respectfully, this should be a quarterback award, right?
This is a quarterback award. Who leads their team the best? Who gives you the best chance to win at all times? And for me, if I'm a GM, if I'm an NFL GM, and I'm putting a team together, and you look at me and you say, you got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow, all completely healthy. No prior injuries.
What about
None of
Pat?
that.
What about Pat?
He
Well, yeah,
wasn't
Patrick.
even a
I'm
Pro
taking
Bowler, bro.
Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Okay,
He's
all
a
right, all right,
fucking,
all right, all right. I
three
just
times
had to
Super Bowl champ.
ask. I just had to ask.
I'm not delusional, right? I'm not
Okay,
delusional.
okay,
I'm a
okay.
Joe Burrow fan, but I'm not delusional.
You're not
As of right
ignorant.
now, the best quarterback in
Yeah,
the
ignorant.
NFL.
That's it. You can be a delusional fan.
You
You're
just
not.
don't be ignorant.
You're not. Yeah, you're a delusional fan.
I am.
You're not an ignorant fan. That's fine.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna finish off by saying is speaking of Patrick Mahomes, there's only one quarterback that's knocked him out of the playoffs other than Tom Brady. Just one. And Joe Burrow also had 8 consecutive games, 250 plus passing yards, and at least 3 touchdowns in 8 consecutive games. No other quarterback in NFL history has ever done that. I love Lamar's capability, dude, but that pure pocket passing, that sit back, dime you up, dot you up, you're not going to get any better than Burrow. I just don't think you are.
And I'll make one more case about Lamar. I think Lamar's 4 rushing touchdowns is also a credit to Harbaugh saying, "Hey man, we're not gonna run him like we had, we
Not
had
down
him
there.
last."
Not with that
Not
short
down-
field
yeah.
ready to kill him.
I got 6'3", 240 behind me. Give him the rock.
And Pat Ricard, they got 300 pounds
with
Pat
what
Ricard.
else I was
right
getting
now.
ready to say with 6'3", 280 in front of him.
Yeah,
He's
paving the
look.
way.
Yeah, no.
And let's not sit here and act like they don't have Falele's a Pro Bowler on their line.
There
What
you
about
have
Linderbaum?
a very
Linderbaum
good
is
team.
a dog, bro. I
Linderbaum
wanted
gets
the
fucking-
Steelers draft him
top
so
3
bad.
top
Bro.
3 centers in the league, bro.
That's what I'm
Creed
trying to tell you,
Humphrey, Cam Jurgens,
Let
Tyler
let Joe,
Linderbaum.
let Joe get that line, bro. Let Joe have that interior line with that run game. Then you'll really be fucked. You see Joe Burrow with a run game, everybody's fucked.
I mean, I watched
Yeah, I
LSU.
will
Nah, Chase Brown, bro. Chase Brown ain't bad.
He's a
I
dog.
watched
He's a dog.
LSU.
He's
I
getting
watched
contact
LSU,
yards
brother.
at the line.
Yeah, but
I know
they're
what
still
I was gonna do.
successful. They still have a run game. Is all I'm
Yeah,
getting
no,
at.
He had 1,000 yards and he started 11 games.
The Bengals
Don't worry,
should've
brother.
never
I got
signed
you.
Trent
I got
Brown.
you.
This is and has been for weeks a
This is
Chase
a Brown
Brown.
stand show.
Yes, we stand
Pro
for
Chase
Chase
Brown
Brown.
podcast.
Yeah,
Stands.
absolutely.
Correct. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, brother.
The Bengals should have never signed Trent Brown as a viable option.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Right tackle.
Yo,
Hey, man,
respectfully,
Patriots fans
I
hot.
ain't
But listen,
even trying to do it like this, okay?
let me just say something. We put Amarius Mims in there, our first round draft pick. He showed out this year. He was playing with a broken hand the last 2 games, and he was showing out.
Mims.
Isn't
You know
he
how
a
many
giant?
games that guy? You guys know
Isn't
how
that
many
the dude
games
that's a giant? That he's like,
Yeah.
6'8", 370. Yes, he's played
Massive.
12. He played 12 games at Georgia.
Bro, and he was
One
locking
season.
defenders. He was locking pro defenders down this year, locking them down.
One season at Georgia. They
he's
said-
20.
Yes,
He's like 20 or 21. Yeah, bro, he's young as fuck.
Riley.
Yes.
Riley. He started 12 games at Georgia and was a first round pick.
Bro, all
That's
right.
why we got him.
Did you see? And I know this isn't maybe your favorite part, and we don't have to talk about it long. But the
I'll kill Cameron Hayward and him.
No.
I'll kill them both.
no, when Tomlin goes in 2019 or some shit, Alex Highsmith took this guy's lunch money and circled the right
Oh, yeah,
tackle.
Joe Williams.
Yeah, bro, respectfully.
That's the Cardinals' offensive lineman.
Listen, respectfully, that shit had me dying, bro. He goes,
that's
so
why
they went out and they spent money.
Mm-hmm. And we did.
No, for sure. No.
Yeah.
But I
Hey,
just
I
thought
will
that
say-
shit was hysterical, bro.
The starting
Like, just
right
the way
tackle,
the delivery on that message was just like, oh, man.
the starting right tackle on that Super Bowl team, former
No.
East Carolina University left tackle,
No,
Deontay Smith.
no, we're not talking about him, bro. I can't stand that Super Bowl line.
Hey,
That was the
hey,
worst
I'll
offensive
go ahead
line.
and say,
That was the worst line in history.
Jalen Ramsey was hibachi chicken that night. Didn't matter who he was in front of, whether it
Joe
be
Burrow.
T or Jamar.
On that
Oh.
fourth down play at the end of the Super Bowl, if Joe Burrow had had 2 more seconds, Jamar was wide open.
It won't
Touchdown.
even
on the
two. It
sideline.
won't even two Corey Grady. It was a half a step.
Yep.
He had
Yes.
half a step longer because Jamar
Bro.
Chase was doing fucking jumping jacks at
You
the
guys don't
40.
understand. Burrow took that shitty ass team to the Super Bowl, bro. They were
How many
dogs.
how many years has Joe Burrow been in the league?
This is 5.
That is-
Because he just got his first. This is his first year in his big contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no. They get 5-year deals. This would be year 6.
6, yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
Because I was
He's
just
20.
thinking.
He's 28.
No, he was on that 2019 LSU team. This is year 5.
Yeah, this is 5.
He must have declined a 5th year or something.
No, we just gave him a
And
contract.
they
early.
extended him. They extended
Yeah,
him.
we extended.
I'll
They
pull it
extended
up.
early.
I'll pull
Yeah.
it up. He was drafted in 2020. He has played
Yeah, it's year 5.
five completed seasons.
Yes.
Just pull it up,
Next year's
fellas.
year 6.
Yep, just pulled it up. Next year will be his first year in his new deal.
There
That's
it
the
is, yeah.
first year you pay him 50.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jamar
And
Chase
but
wants 30.
listen, but then it goes down
Oh, you got-
significantly after that. It goes down
Yeah.
significantly after
And
that.
you might even see him restructure it so
Yeah, we'll restructure
that
for
that
sure.
you get some cap space. I wouldn't be too worried about
Bro,
that at all.
listen, the Bengals wouldn't fire their entire defensive side of the ball if
Oh,
they
they
weren't
did?
serious about it.
Actually?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
fired,
about to say
uh,
Lou Amaretto is
All right,
gone.
respectfully,
Lou's gone,
out
Frank
there.
Pollock's gone, the offensive line coach, the defensive line coach, the linebacker coach, they all gone on the same day.
I will say this. Shout out to Zach Taylor for trying to fix things. Like shout out to him for being a coach that's willing to shake
It
up
changes.
things.
Yeah.
Is
I
Eli
wouldn't.
Apple still there?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Eli
Mr.
Apple.
Burn Toast.
Yeah.
Eli
Dude,
Apple.
He's the reason we lost the Super Bowl. We had him covering fucking Cooper Kupp on his triple
No,
sound.
y'all
triple
had
count
him
season.
on Odell. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, Odell Beckham would have broken every Jerry Rice Super Bowl
yeah.
record
That's
that night.
yeah. He
dog.
was cooking him bad.
Bro. Odell
didn't he
before
tear his
tore-
ACL in
He
that
tore
game?
his ACL.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
6 catches, 86 yards before he tore his ACL. That mug
Yeah, he's going-
was cooking.
But that dude,
People.
that's imagine how bad that team was. We had Eli Apple and we were in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, what quarterbacks do?
Nah. Oh, bro, I'm not out on.
This is not a Joe Burrow hate thing.
No, it has
I
nothing.
know, dude. I'm just angry,
It's-
dude. I'm just
I-
fucking mad.
Bro, yes, and respectfully, sure, props to Zach Taylor because he's shaking shit up, but with how bad that fucking defense was, how did we not know this is gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
respectfully, I sometimes the writing's on the wall. Like,
Yeah, you have to.
Like-
you have to do something. You can't just let everybody keep their job after that. Are you joking?
I mean, there's some
Y'all need to
things.
bring in-
There's some
y'all need to
things
bring in
you.
Robert Saleh.
Yes.
Robert Salah. Ooh.
Oh, I would
Ooh.
love Robert Salah at
Yeah.
D coordinator.
I heard there was something I heard today. On Pardon My Take, I was listening to them speak about offensive coordinators and coaches.
You know who we-
There is no
you know-
salary cap when it comes to coaches. You can pay them whatever the fuck.
You know who we interviewed actually? The Patriots D coordinator.
DeMarcus Covington.
I have to see. I have to look, but
If he's our current one, you can have him.
If we are speaking on coaches, if we're speaking on coaches carousels, right quick, the Bears asked the Cowboys to speak to Mike McCarthy.
No, they didn't.
Just throwing that one out there.
Why?
guys.
Do they think he's out?
Bro, why is Matt Nagy in head coaching conversations? What did I miss?
He's the OC of the Kansas City Chiefs, pal.
Dude, that doesn't mean anything. He's got Mahomes. Get
It
him outta
does.
here.
It does. You didn't know.
Yeah, but
he's a white
I-
man
I
instead of
hear
Eric
you.
Bieniemy.
I
Instead of
hear
Eric
you.
Bieniemy, he's a
Hey,
white
I
man.
hear
That's
you,
the
but
difference.
hold on. Let me challenge you to this though. He has Patrick Mahomes to learn from at this point, right?
Dude,
like
Matt Nagy was
respectfully,
already the head coach of the Bears. He was the double doink.
I
But wasn't
know.
Nagy.
But do you understand what I'm saying though? Like, I think some of these guys in these situations, like look at fucking McDaniel, Josh McDaniel.
Arthur Smith is getting head coaching options.
Yeah, I don't think bro, his head coaching situation, dog, look who they had playing quarterback.
What about your head coaching situation? They're calling for Tomlin's head.
Okay, bro, that's fine. Call for his head. I love our head coach. Keep him. Like,
he's the best y'all got.
How many years has Nagy been in Kansas City as the offensive coordinator now?
2, 3,
3. Okay.
3 since Bieniemy.
After Bieniemy left.
Since Bieniemy's been gone.
Bieniemy had what? He had 2
And he's not even in the NFL anymore.
Nah, he's at
not even in
UCLA.
college. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh,
He's not.
he's off the
took
radar.
that-
Did they fire him?
He quit. It was this is how it went. Deshaun Foster and Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is very much a older brother to Deshaun Foster. He was the running backs coach at UCLA when Deshaun Foster was recruited there back in the mid 2000s. So it's very much like an older brother type situation there. It's Deshaun Foster's first year as a head coach outside of a position. It's really his first time in any coach outside of a position coach. And he asked Bieniemy to come in and run his offense and kind of like be like a mentor for a season to kind of get, his feet under him. And the whole goal was for Bieniemy to leave college and go back to the NFL. So
it was a break. You see that sometimes with guys
Yeah.
in the NFL or college if they get a suspension or they get burnt out or there's some things going on. Listen, one thing that I do want to point out, I saw something today and it fucked me up a little bit. If you guys heard anything about Travarius Ward?
Travarius Ward, bro, yeah.
Y'all heard about this situation?
Lost his daughter mid-season.
Bro, he lost his daughter mid-season, and his wife won't go back to California. I don't know if you know who the team he plays for, but he plays for the San Francisco 49ers. Bro, he literally is like opened up about it this week, and he says like he's literally not been sleeping at night. He's profusely throws up. He's sick to his stomach. Like it's like a PTSD situation. His job requires him to be in a state that literally, because of natural situations and a death of his child, his daughter's like, no, I really don't want to do that. And I don't necessarily knock her for that. But like at the same time, it's just like, everybody talks about these millions and this, that, and the third. But like, bro, he'd give it all away. You know what I mean? And he's trying.
Everybody's still a human, dude.
Exactly. And when guys, I don't know, it's a terrible situation, but when you see guys kind of step out of the norm of society, men,
you see them take the helmet off, take the pads off,
and
just be a normal human being.
Well, and men in general, opening up about some of the stuff, especially like publicly in the media, and that to me, like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to go through what he's going through, and it takes even more to do what he's doing. So I just want to shout him out a little bit because, like, I just couldn't imagine, like, not having your wife but having to be there, like, and the whole situation just being fucked, but trying, like, you just got to give it to the guy like that. So, 2 claps for young Trey Ward out there in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying?
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Y'all keep like knocking on desks. The only wood I got around me is my.
So on the next segment of the Steel Power Media podcast,
hey, John,
we're gonna talk about.
John from Patreon.
We're gonna talk.
There you go. The Triple X version will be on Patreon.
Dunbar,
subscribe to spm or onlyfans.com/spm. What'd you say?
Dunbar, you have a soundboard?
No. So I'm working on that. We're working on some things like that actually.
Or just curious.
Instant hotkey buttons, like a hot take button, some things like that.
You guys ever heard Matt Ryan yell at his offensive line to get set?
No.
It's one of the funniest
favorite
hot mics ever.
No.
Get fucking set!
Mine is Brady telling Grant to stand up.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My favorite hot mic might have to. There's a couple, okay? NFL Films. When Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday get into it.
Damn it,
That's
Donald.
one of the greatest things in the history of film.
You ever
Just-
seen Peyton rolling out of the pocket and he's getting chased from the left tackle? God damn it, Donald!
Talk about Donald Brown missing this block.
Yeah.
Damn it, Donald! He's rolling out.
And Peyton running, bro. He's
All shoulders,
Oh,
baby.
All shoulders.
All shoulders.
no hips, bro.
My favorite Peyton Manning play ever is the boot that he had
Oh,
when he
Naked
was with
boot?
the
The
Broncos
naked? Yeah.
against the Cowboys, bud. Had the whole camera. The camera's just zooming in, trying to find out where the ball's
Yep.
in the pile.
And he's
And
just
it zooms out, and he's just.
Peyton Manning
It
threw
took
for
him
55
three-
touchdowns in one season.
It took him 3 steps to slow down. That
Dog,
should tell you how fast he was.
Think
running.
about that. Peyton Manning threw for 55 touchdowns in 1 year, 5,000 yards.
5,800 yards.
yeah.
5,800. My bad.
5,800
Almost
yards
6,000.
and 55
This may
touchdowns,
be an
bro.
off-season conversation, but like something needs to be discussed about the quarterbacks we had back in the 2000s, 2010s versus now. Yardage per game, per season, touchdowns per game,
Rules-
per season.
rules-
The drop
And we're
off.
passing more
Rules.
nowadays, too.
Rules,
Yeah.
rules,
Rules, entire-
rules.
Yeah,
Entire.
they used to be able to
just-
murder people over the middle of the field.
Bingo.
entire like just systems are different.
Y'all could talk
You
about
could-
that, but we're talking
couldn't
about
go
the
over the middle of the field
2008,
against the Ravens.
2009,
You got it.
2010 Steelers defenses if we're talking about them quarterbacks, because we could pull up all them quarterback numbers, and I'll go through the defenses of those 3 years where we probably played that whole list.
I would also throw. There's another team I throw in there too that was very, very, very similar.
James Harrison was
The
killing people back
Jets. The Jets defenses
Bro.
at that time.
You heard Tomlin? Have you ever heard Tomlin on
lying?
the pivot?
I'm lying.
No.
I want to no. Grady was
Jason
over there.
Taylor, Bart Scott,
Turning that head, bro. Revis out there.
Daryl Revis.
Oh my God, yeah, Revis.
Listen,
Jason Taylor.
Rex Ryan. Yeah. So
Calais Campbell was on those teams too. I might be wrong, but he might have
Tomlin
been.
talked about that 2008, 2009, 2010 defense teams on the pivot with
Yeah,
he
Ryan Clark.
he said, "You know why those defenses were so good?" And like everybody looks around, he goes, "It wasn't the plays they made. It was the plays they didn't have to make." That cuz they would just kill you over the middle and you're not going to catch the ball. Nobody's reaching out to catch that ball.
The hospital ball, bro. That's where it was created.
Yeah,
Like, the
and now it's
hospital
just
ball,
pass interference. First down.
Man, pass interference is ass, bro. People used to get hit over the middle, and that was when football was good.
All right, Cory. Enough about MVP. Enough about the whole league. We'll give you some time. You want to start with some Patriots stuff, and then if you want to go to any of them other things, feel free.
So, I'll
Go ahead.
start off with-
Go
what
ahead.
are you-
I gotta charge my phone anyway.
I'm gonna give Avery the floor with this question. I'm throwing him a softball up because we talked about it before. What is y'all thoughts on the Patriots firing Gerard Mayo? Was it deserved? Was it too soon after one season?
All right, so this is my thoughts. Wasn't he the GM too?
No, Elliot Wolf was the GM.
I thought I saw when it was early on. I don't really keep track of the Patriots. I thought I saw something about that was also like he was essentially just replacing Belichick. So that's actually what yours is going to change my answer here. I think that it was definitely a little bit too soon. And the reason I say that is because this, okay? Just you're a brand new coach that wasn't taking over a really good situation. Let's just be honest.
Two rookie quarterbacks.
There was a lot of things going on there that when they hire you as a head coach, they don't hire you as a head coach if you don't present a plan with what you got. That plan, something tells me that Mayo didn't walk in and look at Bob Kraft and say, "Hey, Bob, You got some time in between massages? Let me sit down and talk to you for a second.
I just don't remember.
He said,
Dan,
"Hey
I
Bob."
don't remember Dan Campbell having the greatest season when he first came on.
Exactly. He said, "Hey Bob, this is my plan. This is what's going on. This is how I see to fix it." And I don't think it said anything about beating Josh Allen. Respectfully, at the beginning of the year, the Dolphins looked really good, right? Like I was a little bit high on them. Like obviously things didn't pan out. So there's no way Gerard Mayo walked in there and sold Bob Kraft on a 14-win season in a Super Bowl.
Even the Jets on paper look good.
Yeah, no, that was a deserving fire though. Like that they should have been good. I don't think those two situations were anywhere near each other. I think that was either a hasty made decision to hire him or it was a hasty made decision to fire him. It has to be one of the two.
The thing with Gerard Mayo was Bob Kraft had to hire him this season. Obviously, we did our interviews because every team plays that game.
I thought it was in his contract.
It was. He was head coach in waiting after Belichick left. They did that like 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
That was
so they hastily hired him.
My thing
is, they made him a promise.
Belichick should have never been fired, right? Belichick was coach and GM, and Belichick has made comments that he had full control over everything until the last 4 years. And if you look, that's when Elliott Wolf came in.
Belichick was picking Cole Strange in the first round.
Agreed, but Belichick's also, he won't come out and say it. He's made the comments that he had other influences within the last 4 years that were also, I guess, had Bob Kraft's ear, which the only person high enough to do that was either Matt Groh or Elliott Wolf, the president and vice president of player personnel and player development.
But my question is this. Do you think the head coach should be the GM, especially like a 75-year-old man? Like, respectfully, I'm not saying that, not taking anything away from Bill. Bill's a great coach, right? And was, but I just think that.
You're saying my next point. Bill should have never.
He should have taken one of those roles.
That's way too much responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, being a head coach and a GM at the same time. Like, that's way too much. But now, Bill Belichick, the head coach, you're never going to have anybody that's going to have you more prepared for a football game from a head coach standpoint than Bill Belichick.
I'll buy it.
In the league right now,
I think, again,
Andy Reid.
I've heard
the only one. The only one I'd put up there with him.
And the only reason I'm going to argue your point is I haven't heard Andy Reid on a weekly basis on the Pat McAfee show yet, so I can't exactly be inside his head the way I've been able to see inside Belichick's head a little bit. Some of the things that I've heard Belichick talk about. Here's something. Belichick is what, offensive or defensive guy?
Defensive guy.
Okay, so when Josh McDaniel left, who became the quarterback coach?
Which time?
I'm about to say, bro, this is
I'll go ahead.
Time Matt Patricia was fucking calling plays, bro.
I said the quarterback. I said the quarterback coach.
Well, why is
Tom Brady was the quarterback. Who was the coach? Okay, I'm lining you up for a question that unless you saw the Pat McAfee show, I'd highly doubt you would know the answer to. And the answer is the quarterback coach was Bill Belichick, because he said basically that Tom Brady is the quarterback coach, right? And he became the quarterback coach and then gave it, and then he got another one came along. But there was a period of time where he took that role on, and I think he should be the head coach and not the GM, but because of the way that he kind of like what I was talking about with Matt Nagy learning from Patrick Mahomes. I think he learned so much offense from Tom Brady that with the defense that he already knew, it's just football.
That's what I'm gonna run on the offense.
You know what I mean? Like,
I have this defense.
He was talking about this in a segment. with talking about timeouts and how to allocate them and this, that, and the third. And I guess there was a point in time where in these
Just get on the ball.
in these meetings, Tom was literally like they were trying to decipher like we need to do timeout at this point, da 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 da, and Tom literally goes, "How about this? Let me handle it, and until I screw it up, then it's on me."
Don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it
And
until
they-
I
No,
fuck
here's
up.
the thing.
Yeah.
Listen, there's gonna be, whether you like it or not, there's gonna be a drop off after you have a 7-time Super Bowl fucking champion leave your team, right? You're not gonna
Yeah.
just come back in the next year and just go back to the playoffs and be on the same run. You know, there has to be a downfall after such long extended period times of greatness.
And
Just ask the Steelers fans.
But go back and look. Why did Brady leave? A lackluster roster.
Well, what
Mhm.
happened when Ben Roethlisberger left the Steelers? They couldn't get any yards on offense. They couldn't score points.
couldn't get
or
any
nothing.
yards on offenses last year either, buddy. Take it
But
Well,
easy.
like,
what I'm-
Brady left because and again, Brady and Julian Edelman are boys. They're like boys for life. But Brady's receivers were Edelman and N'Keal Harry from Arizona State University. Last
Doesn't
I
he play
saw,
tight
he's
end
not
now?
in the league. Yeah, he
N'Keal
was
Harry
supposed to
was
be
a
tight end.
physical freak. Okay,
was.
He was a physical freak.
But we drafted
They
Harry.
thought he was
Belichick
DK
drafted-
Metcalf. They
Yeah,
thought he
shoulda
was
had-
DK
yeah.
Metcalf.
over AJ Brown.
Yeah. No, that's why I was saying, bro. Like they
And
thought
DK.
he.
No, not
Yeah.
DK. Was it
Belichick had
Debo?
some questionable draft picks
Debo,
towards the
yes.
end, bro. He was really kind of fucking the draft up there towards
I'll
the
be
end.
honest though.
Yes.
That's something that the Patriots in the last 25 years
Suck
have
at
not been
drafting.
able to do is draft a wide receiver
Well,
in the first.
What happened? That's what
two
happens when you're
rounds.
always in the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. You draft at the end of the draft.
Right. I
But
like
this is
So,
the
like-
thing though. This is the thing though. You can't say that because if you look at the Chiefs,
yeah.
them fuckers are hitting home runs, dog.
But
But
Them
was it-
bitches-
to give
George
Belichick
Karlaftis.
his
George Karlaftis. 31.
He's all right.
props- To give
All
Belichick
right.
his props, look
He's
at
all
his
right.
defensive
Hey,
draft.
what does he have? 8 sacks on the year?
I mean, he's playing next to Chris Jones. Like,
Somebody got Chris Jones on the inside, dog.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but I'm saying Carl Leftis ain't no fucking top 10 guy.
he's had a
I'm
good
not
season,
saying
brother.
he is. I'm not saying he's top 10,
But it's a good pick.
He's good. Yeah,
it's
he's
an
good. He's a good pick
amazing
for
steal
sure.
at 31, 32. Trent McDuffie, another
sure.
guy.
Definite steal.
You know what I mean? Like the
Worthy.
Chiefs
Rasheed
are
Rice.
knocking out those 30 to 32s,
I
dog.
think
Who's
think
that
again.
center? They got that center too. What's
So-
his name?
Creed Humphrey.
So
Yeah,
a lot of
he's solid.
times this is just a reflection, and I don't know how true this is either. This
Their
is kind
line
of
is
an opinion.
buns though.
Huh? Oh, their line, yeah. But listen,
Chiefs
this is
line
what
is
it comes
buns.
down to me. I think that Bill Belichick was overcoaching himself in the draft.
Yeah.
Overthinking
No,
mean,
he
it.
look at
wasn't
his-
even on camera
look
for
at-
the
He was
picks.
overthinking it.
Dude, he wasn't even on camera for the picks. He
Yeah,
was
because he
looking
looked
at his
like
dog
fucking
with the
Rain
pick.
Man in the other room. There's
Fuck,
you ever seen
his
you ever seen
dog
Zach
with the pick.
Galifianakis when he goes to play 21 to win all the money back? That's what's
That's
going
what
on in front of
formula's behind
Belichick.
him.
That's what's going on
Yeah.
with Belichick in the draft, and that's why he didn't pick good picks.
Belichick could draft some defensive talent. I'll give him that. Like
Right,
throughout
the
his
defense
whole
was the-
career.
Kyle Duggar, outside of this season, from Lenore Ryan in the second
Good.
round. And I'm going to tell
Christian
you,
Gonzalez.
Christian Gonzalez was
sold.
ranked as the best. He was ranked as the best corner coming
Y'all,
out.
y'all's D line.
that-
Y'all's D line. Who you have on your D line right now?
Christian Barrymore. I
Christian
love
Barrymore,
Christian
dog.
Barrymore.
He's dealing
Barrymore.
with blood clots, but he's a beast. Keon White.
Yeah, white
Yeah.
dog.
Y'all got a
Dog.
kid. Y'all got a kid from Clemson a couple years ago too,
But
didn't you?
like,
Farrell.
yeah, so look at Josh Uche.
No,
we
Farrell-
traded him to the Chiefs. We traded him to the Chiefs. A dog.
Yeah.
But looking
I
back,
traded
like,
for Josh Uche on fucking Madden one year. He's like a 90 now on my franchise.
Josh Uche, yeah.
Yeah.
you look
Stud.
at Belichick's best draft was Devin McCourty first round, Rob Gronkowski second round, Brandon Spike second round,
It's 2010. 2010.
fourth round. That's barring all the crimes he committed,
Aaron
Hernandez.
Hernandez is a
Oh.
dog.
2010, dog. 2010.
The
Hey, he
best
was a
draft he's ever
freak.
done.
He was a freak.
Like,
He
yeah,
was
he
good
was
as
a
fucking
freak, all right.
This is my thing with the Gerard Mayo situation, fellas. Robert Kraft is literally just gonna get the white version of Gerard Mayo, and that's where my issues are.
Talking about Mike Vrabel?
I don't know
What we
who
talking
get
about?
Vrabel, bro. The thing he's already
Bullshit.
been burnt by
They're
buying
getting
the
Vrabel,
behind
dude.
the player
Bullshit.
Who else is gonna coach the Patriots?
Ben Johnson. That's who I want.
Yeah, right.
Ben Johnson goes to the Bears. Imagine.
But
They
I'm
wish.
gonna tell y'all,
They will.
Dan Campbell is going to look at the Ford family,
You tell them,
He's gonna
give him
say,
everything he wants.
give him whatever he wants.
Give him the keys to the city.
Man, we gotta give him whatever he wants, man. We got
For real.
to. We gotta
he's
do
threatened
it.
to bite their kneecaps.
Dan Campbell's gonna say, "Hey, can you go find your great grandfather Henry's stash that he buried, and go get
I'm
one
serious,
of those
dog. I don't-
briefcases,
I
and,
don't
and
think-
give that to Mr. Johnson,
I
because
don't think
Mr.
either
Johnson
one of
should
those
not
guys
leave
are
this."
leaving. I don't think Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson's leaving the Lions,
Bro,
honestly.
If
But
they
that's where I
if
come-
they win a
hope
Super
you do.
Bowl,
That's
if
my
they win
feeling,
a Super Bowl, they will leave.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but
If they
I'll tell you
don't,
what though.
they
I
will.
genuinely think
I don't
that-
think they're winning. I don't think they're winning. I know they're the favorite or whatever, but I don't
I
think they're going.
genuinely think that that's what's happening here. That it was
Them
going to
injuries
be
are
a
gonna catch up
1 year
to them
thing.
later on.
It was gonna always be a 1 year thing. It didn't matter. Gerard Mayo,
Barring
with
crazy
rookie Drake
success,
May-
barring some
even-
crazy success,
even if he went 10-7, genuinely.
But see, I don't know, bro, because Gerard Mayo, like, coming into this year was loved by Patriots fans, right? He's a former player.
you could be
He's
loved
a
and
stud
suck.
middle linebacker.
It's the same. He's literally Mike Vrabel with a darker skin tone. They played the same position under the same coach, same type of coaching style, literally. So if Mike Vrabel
Gerard-
gets hired, yes, dog, I will say Robert Kraft's a racist.
It's
It's right there, bro. It's right there. It's right there. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
He's a misogynist and a racist. Wow.
Yeah,
You know who I
dog.
wouldn't mind, bro? I want Brian
I see what
Flores.
you, misogynist. I see what you did.
Brian Flores.
I would love him
Brian-
to come to the Bengals and be a D coordinator, man.
I'll tell you, I honestly think Gerard would have still been there, even with the record we had two things not happen.
If he didn't win, bro.
That one, and then the second thing I think is more important. His media press conferences, what he would say in the media one day, and then the next day go on WWEI in Boston and retract everything he said the day before, is what got him. Because what started happening when he did that, and especially when he called the team soft, which I actually don't have a problem with. They're playing soft, call them out. But call them out in your meeting room, not in the public, right? Like, some of that stuff
Yeah.
you got to keep in-house.
That's what a real leader does.
That's like when they asked Mike Tomlin about what the fuck did they?
George Pickens fucking fighting with the fans. He
Yeah,
said,
he
I
said-
never saw that.
He said, "Oh, that
He talked
happened.
about-
Really? That happened? Oh,
And all them B reporters were like, "Yeah, man, he knows exactly what we're talking about, but he's not about to say nothing."
yeah."
I'll put it to
You
you
keep
like
it
this:
in-house.
Gerard Mayo just did a classic case of never let them know your next move. That's all
Literally,
that
it
is.
was out of the 17 weeks this season,
Just say, never let them
14
know
of
your
them.
next move, bro.
14 of them in his post-game interview, that man would say something out of pocket. And then Monday morning, WWDI, well, that's not really what I meant. I really meant this. I want to take that back. And there's several Patriots beat reporters that have said that it caused, in the locker room, veteran players to lose confidence in him. Go watch Christian Gonzalez's press conference he did right after Mayo got fired. That man can't wipe the smile off his face.
Sorry, that was bad. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to hit the mic. But
He said you can't wipe the smile. Jesus.
Bro,
Hey,
and like
it's close to saying
Gonzalez already
Antonio
has
Pierce.
such a defined chin, like it's
Antonio
a
Pierce lost
Joker
his job
smile.
today too. Avery, what you think about that? Antonio Pierce lost his job today too.
He wasn't a very good head coach. He was hired
What?
he was hired from an interim position. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I said he's not a very good head coach. Doesn't mean he's
But is it
bad.
racism?
No.
It's just been a case going around the NFL right now. I'm just curious if that's
nah,
No.
the Raiders thing, nah, not really. I feel
What
like there
about
were a lot of things like they don't have a quarterback. Like that's
Aiden
the biggest
O'Connell and
thing.
Gardner Minshew. So like,
Yeah,
how does
dog.
that
Yeah,
fare to Antonio Pierce?
they have the male version AOC running that team,
Hey, but
attempting to
how's
run
that
that
fair to
team.
Antonio Pierce? You give him Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew with
Isn't
Trey
this
Tucker and who else?
respectfully, isn't this year 3?
This is his
I
There
mean,
was
first
hold on.
full year as a head coach.
Oh, he was
Don't say
interim
look,
last
they
year. I thought
got
he was
He had
interim
Jacoby
2
4.
years
Myers over
ago.
there.
They had 4 wins.
Jacoby Myers is a stud,
Yeah,
underrated.
yes, correct.
About the
But
only
And
thing
they
they have out there.
drafted the
Brock
tight
Bowers.
the tight end.
okay,
They
Jacoby Myers is
Yeah.
a stud, but are you putting him? Like, is he a crazy guy? Is he a
He ain't a
is he a
one.
game
He ain't a
changer?
true one.
Nah.
Exactly.
That's a
So,
Cordero Patterson, honestly. If
so,
you want
so
my
you have
opinion.
Robert, check Twitter.
Alexander Madison, Gardner Minshew, Trey Tucker, and old buddy you were just saying,
Brock Bowers.
and Brock Bowers, who is a dog, obviously, clearly.
Yeah.
But you give Brock Bowers a viable quarterback and give him one more receiver, I think the Raiders could be a good team. They got to shore up that secondary 100%, but they could definitely
They
be a
had
good team.
they had Devontae.
Oh.
They don't need, but
They
Devontae's
never
old,
had.
man.
They didn't have Devontae this
They
year.
didn't have Devontae.
Devontae wanted to go to New York, and they thought they were smarter than to let him do that. And then they realized
They got some bread for
that-
that, probably.
that
So.
Devontae had a hamstring injury, and then his hamstring injury was gone after the trade.
That's how every player is, bro. Before they're about to get traded, there's always an injury.
All I'm saying is the Raiders.
Show next day.
The Raiders started losing when they let go of Hunter Renfrow. That was the true glue guy.
Hey, let me say something. If they want to break it all down, Max Crosby, you're more than welcome to come to Cincinnati and help Trey Hendrickson out. We'll get them white brothers on the side, man.
Weren't you
Also,
just talking
I'll
about
say-
the racist owners?
Derek Carr.
What's wrong with
Derek
Myles
Carr
Garrett?
is not as bad as he was made out to be in Las Vegas.
Derek Carr is terrible.
Not in Las
Hey,
Vegas,
press the
he was
hot
not.
take button because that was
Derek
a
Carr-
hot take.
Derek Carr's
Yes.
bunned.
All
Derek
right.
Carr's
That man
bunned.
said
the
Derek
Saints
Carr
did.
was bad. Shit
He
me.
is buns.
Shit me, my boy.
He's
What's up? What's next on the palette for the old Patriots? Besides their shitty head
Who's
coach.
your first
Man,
round pick?
hey,
Who's your first
where
round
y'all
pick
at
this
it
year?
for, man? What are we
Who's your
doing at
first round
for?
pick?
So, I'm torn, right? I really like Kevin Banks Jr. out of Texas at left tackle.
That's a massive human, guys. 6'6",
is.
370. That is a massive human.
And that's why I lean towards him over Will Campbell out of LSU, because Will, just a lot of scouts say that he's more of an NFL guard. than
He's
he is a
smaller.
tackle.
He's short.
He's shorter. 6'4".
You don't have
that-
Shorter wings.
He
He
don't
don't
for
have
sure.
them. Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have the
They'll
arms.
beef him up and they'll make him a guard so quick.
But we
And
don't
you
need
got to
a
beef
guard.
him up.
You'd be surprised
We need a-
if he's a really good guard. You know where he'd go? Center.
Right tackle.
Center.
That too. But being that he played tackle, I could see him just going right side because of his length. 6'4" is not small for a right tackle.
What's his wingspan?
That's why they
If
see
it's
him as a guard. I don't know what the wingspan is, but
If it's in the 36 to 38 range, he's a tackle. If it's
Yeah.
under 36, he's gonna be a guard.
Depends on the
But-
arm, man. That's what it really looks at.
We need a left tackle, a right tackle. We need a true number one receiver. And I'm about to drop another hot take. I would take Tet over Travis Hunter more than likely.
At
Oh, you're
what?
talking to the
Tetaroa
two.
McMillan. He's talking
You're-
about Tetaroa
You're
McMillan.
talking to the two
That's
wrong
not-
guys right here. These are the two Travis Hunter biggest fans in the entire universe.
Now,
One.
don't get me wrong, Travis Hunter
One.
is a stud.
One. This is what I
Okay,
was
go
saying,
ahead.
okay?
Go ahead. Well, go ahead. He's
I
talking.
love this.
Travis Hunter is a stud,
Let him go.
but he did not lead college football in either position that he played.
Okay.
What? No way.
Okay, so if he did, I'm just curious if he did have the.
He's the number one
Oh,
option
what if it-
in stopping the number one option.
Here's my thing. If we draft him, our team would put him at corner, and we need a receiver. That's another reason I'm saying Ted.
Okay, that's fine. I'll buy it. That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
pay
So
it.
what if he had? What if he
I
focused
have-
on the
I
one?
I have something right here. I have a scenario for you, Corey.
All right.
Travis Hunter and Carlos Gonzalez, or not Carl, but
Christian.
Christian Gonzalez. Yeah, I'm sorry, Carlos Gonzalez, old Colorado Rocky, one of my favorite baseball players to pick up. But they got the same thing. But we'll go Seago, okay? Seago and Travis Hunter on the outside. That's not shutting teams down.
Oh, that's shutting teams down.
Okay.
But we can't.
But then you get a receiver in the
and
second
then by
round.
week 6, you're starting to see Travis Hunter get some passes
Some
in the offense. Some. You're
like
starting to see him.
like I'm talking like 30 receptions,
Year
400
one. This is your projection year
400 yards, and 2
But
touchdowns.
what do you need? You need a wide receiver 1, not a wide receiver 3.
For sure.
Yes.
All right.
We need
This-
a wide receiver. The Patriots are full of mid wide receivers.
I don't know why y'all don't sign somebody in the offseason.
Mid to Reggie wide receivers, right? Oh, we are, dude. We're gonna sign T. Higgins.
No, you're not. No, sir.
Phew.
Ooh, he
Actually,
almost had it. Gotta be quicker than that.
I mean, because realistically, the Patriots next year, and this is why I say we're so attractive to a head coaching
Overpay a
candidate.
number 2 option. That's the Patriots way.
Yes. One of the reasons I say we're so attractive as a head coaching candidate to a head coach candidate is because we have the most cap space in the NFL next year. I think we have 140 million.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's so
Like,
much.
Are y'all gonna
You
spend it though? You think old man Kraft's gonna spend that?
well, see here. This is
Yes.
something interesting.
He's tired of losing.
Question. All right. I could be wrong, and I want to do some more research on this. I heard something about the NFL doing something with like leftover cap money. Like they're gonna give you more in the following year, in the next 2 years or some shit. So like you go into the season, say with what'd you say, 140. Say you could carry all 140, and you came out, and that 140 was like 180 the next year.
Man, during
You're gonna
times
have
like
teams
this,
doing what the fucking A's have been doing in baseball. And just not
during times
spending
like
money.
this, I like to
It's
think of
gonna
people
be
like Michael
terrible.
Thomas.
Pirates?
Fuck the Saints.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible, Riley. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's-
terrible. They do not
it's-
need to do that.
I didn't say it was
Kraft
true. I
is-
thought I heard something. I could be dead wrong.
People be
I know,
tanking,
but
for sure.
still, if that rumor right there, that's a bad rumor. We don't need to put that one in the air.
I don't like
Do you
it.
know what capacity Gillette was at for the final game of the season? 35%.
I'm not a Patriots fan. Sorry.
35% of the seats were filled, and that was it.
That's how it was before we drafted Joe Burrow, dude.
Kraft is gonna spend money. He's tired of losing. He's tired of looking stupid.
Hey,
This is my personal opinion. He's tired of it, right?
yeah.
You got, and from a head coach perspective, you got Drake May on a rookie contract, who I would say is the second best quarterback that came out of this rookie quarterback draft.
Behind
Oof.
who?
Whoa,
Jaden.
Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix in the fucking playoffs, Corey.
Bo Nix is good, but from pure talent.
Caleb Williams is better than him.
Yeah, Caleb.
Oh no.
Yes, he is. Caleb Williams is
No.
way better than him. He's had 2 coaches already. It's his first year.
Yeah, and have
Sure.
4,000 total yards and 35
Caleb
passing
Williams
touchdowns.
almost had 4,000 yards passing this year.
But
he had
still,
4,093 total yards and 35 touchdowns.
no
this year.
quarterback
What are we
in,
talking about?
in Bears history has
Drake
thrown
May
for
is the
4,000.
He's
Fourth best
literally the
quarterback.
best quarterback in team history after one fucking year.
Respectfully, listen, I was down on May. You might not know this, but I was down on May from the start because
Ronnie isn't here. Ronnie
He's good.
is your
No,
Drake May guy.
Drake May is dude.
this
don't
is
let that
hard
fool
for
you.
me.
Drake May is good.
And you might laugh at this, but would a Drake May have one game better than Joe Milton?
That's not fair.
I'll be honest with you,
Mm,
Corey.
Joe Milton.
You low key got a quarterback controversy over there.
Low key,
The right guy
Y'all
comes
were hating.
in,
Y'all
you're
were
gonna
hating on
have
Joe
a
Milton.
quarterback
Y'all were hating on Joe
controversy.
Milton. Both y'all.
no, that's Josh.
I'll pull it
Josh hates Joe Milton. I
have
don't.
we-
I
have y'all
just
watched
reference
Joe
it.
Milton at Tennessee?
I just
Dude, he's
reference
not
it
lost.
because
Watch
I
Joe
love
Milton
when
throw the ball 88 yards off his back foot at the Madden Passing Academy.
I watched
Nobody
him
can
throw
tell
the
me he
ball.
won't
I
shit.
watched him throw the ball like
Y'all
110 miles an hour at the draft.
Go watch Drake May hit the crossbar from 83 yards.
But what did it
Drake May's
bounce
name.
out of
went to the
Gillette?
University of Chapel Hill.
And I
UNC
hate
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill.
Do you
But yeah,
understand, Corey?
He might be the
I-
second best quarterback on his team right now.
Corey,
That's
they
what I'm
doctored
saying.
whatever footage you saw. The University of North Carolina Chapel Hill doctored that to make him look good. Like,
I don't know. I don't think he
cuz-
played. I don't think he played. I think he
I'll
could
be
have
honest, though.
used. He could have used maybe some more time in a different situation in college.
It
Personally,
wasn't his first full season, bro. He sat
Some
behind Jacoby
development.
Brissett. Give him his full
He
year.
sat beside
Let him
Jacoby.
develop. Yeah, let him
We
develop.
didn't- Do you know how many games this season we had the same starting offensive line from one game to another?
2, 4
like 3 probably. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three.
in each of those wins.
Typically,
were they all those
when
wins?
a fan starts that off, it's less than 4.
Yeah.
Our offensive line was Swiss cheese. And one of our wins became because the Buffalo Bills handed us a game. They did not want us to have the number 1 pick.
I would
Why
just like to
would
say
you?
this too. I
Why
would just
would
like to say
you?
this too. As a Bengals fan, how does it feel to lose to the team?
I'm telling you, we will give you that W
Oh,
back.
bro, I'll tell you, Gunner
Bro,
come
I'm
in
not
here.
worried about
Gunner
none of
come
that,
in
bro.
here
Was
hot.
he was so mad, bro. I think at one point, I don't think it was then, it was a few weeks later, but it was something to the effect of said was if Zach Taylor goes missing, they might ask.
He said if
Zach
Zach
Taylor
Taylor goes missing,
don't show
and
up
they
to work,
find this pod.
They're
said-
probably gonna ask me.
He said if they watch this video and Zach Taylor goes missing, I might be
Bro.
in trouble.
The Bengals didn't
You gotta
even lose
understand,
to
when you
Drake
have
May,
a
they lost
Super
to
Bowl-
Jacoby Brissett.
When you have a Super Bowl ready team and you lose like that, you just sick to your stomach.
Yeah, no, bro.
Right.
I'm at you 100, bro.
That
I
guy
think one
right
of
there
the-
6 weeks ago lined it out for me.
Yep.
I think one of the massive problems with the Patriots this year too was our defensive coordinator. It was DeMarcus Covington's first year, and our defense as a whole remained intact from the previous year under Bill Belichick, and our defense went from a top 15 defense to a bottom 25 and under defense.
I told a buddy about 3 weeks ago. He was like, "Man, the Patriots defense isn't too terrible." I said, "Brother, Kyle Duggar is literally the worst defender in the NFL right now." It was
Yeah.
the week after, like he
I'd grab
graded
some
out
water.
as
Be right
like
back.
32 or something like that.
And he was a
My
stud
PFF.
last year.
It was
Like,
great.
his first 3 years, he's been a stud.
He's a great athlete, great player. I think he's burned out up there. Honestly, I think
It was my fault
I'll
about the
be-
game.
the thing about New England is you burn out so fast up there, bro. Like Foxborough, Massachusetts, there's not a lot to do, guys. It's about 30 minutes away from Boston. Like you do have to travel if you want to get to Boston. So I don't know.
Y'all,
man.
I gotta wrap. My phone's literally on 5%.
All right, you're good, bro.
You guys,
Going.
this stream. See you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys.
Low key for $8, you can get on the train and get from Foxborough at right outside the stadium to the middle of Boston.
To
Okay.
the middle of Boston where the subway's at. Yeah.
This is kind of
Yeah.
my thing with that too. They talk about the Patriot way, and it's a success formula, right?
Supposedly.
That burns people out.
Yes.
I'm just keeping it
system.
real. Yeah.
The system, the standard. If
The
you call it
grind,
that.
the expectation, and the standard to just be consistent and great at what you got, that's not an easy thing.
The University of Alabama, prime example, honestly.
They don't.
Especially
they
when
don't-
you don't, especially when the guy who set that standard isn't in the building anymore. But
Yeah.
the people in charge still believe that standard.
But
Like Robert Kraft embodies that Patriot way, right? He thinks it's in him. It's not. It's not, brother. Just keep an eye. It's not, brother.
It was the Belichick and Brady way.
Yeah. It's not the Patriot way. It's the double B way.
Yeah,
Same
no,
thing with Nick Saban in Alabama, bud.
I think
It is what it is.
I think it'll be interesting, definitely. But what about what's your outlook here with the Celtics?
Oh boy! So I was over the moon when we won the. Avery's shaking his head because he knows I'm about to go on a Tatum rant.
Bro, like I'll be honest with you, Riley.
Is he one of them?
I'm-
Hold up. Is he one of them that got put to sleep for his tattoos too?
Nah,
Oh, thank God. Keep
No.
going.
I thought you were talking about me for a second.
Cuz
No,
said
no.
that Jason Tatum.
Did he do the Dak Prescott thing where he needed sedation for tattoos? Okay,
Nah,
just checking.
he
The Jason Tatum guy. No aura. Let's start there. No aura. No aura. That's not even his
Well, it
team. It's
don't
Jalen
matter.
Brown's. It's Jalen
Oh
Brown's
my
team.
God, no! Don't do that. Do not do that. That is not Brown's team. The freaking contract says that that's Tatum's team. He's getting a solid $50 more million.
Peyton
Is
Pritchard's
that hold
squad,
on?
really.
Was Brown drafted by the Celtics?
Yes, he
Yes.
was.
Okay.
A year before Jason Tatum.
Because if I'm not mistaken, in the NBA, if you stay with your team, you can make more money, right? Like the team that drafted you. Like you could,
When
you're,
you're
you're
eligible for that-
You're qualified for a higher level of contract.
So
Yeah.
there is a rule called the
Okay.
Rose Rule. It applies to
Derrick Rose.
yes, but it's named after Derrick Rose.
That was
If
just a
you
good guess.
if you
I guess.
make an All NBA team, whether that be a first team, a defensive team, something like that. If it's a first through third team, or if you win like a
end of the year.
after season, like a end of the year award, you're eligible for a 3-year supermax, which is typically up to like 255, 300 million. Just depends, Yeah. Nah.
It's if you win multiples, you like Tatum. His contract
It goes
is
up
5
like
years.
50. Yeah, it goes up like 50 mil for every one that you get. It's
So
ridiculous.
Riley-
Jokic is laughing to the bank. Is that what y'all are telling me?
Not necessarily because
Not
he's in
yet.
like year 10. So like when Jason Tatum first won his first when he got to the Eastern Conference Finals with that Kyrie team and everything like that first go round,
He was a rookie.
he was a rookie.
Avery
Averaging
knows
26.
all my favorite NBA players and likes to talk about all of
Tatum.
them.
Tatum has played out his rookie contract. He's played out his first Supermax contract, which was $264 million.
Yeah,
And
he's
now-
almost like 400 now, bro.
5 years, $350 million. And bro does not spend a dime of his NBA money. He lives off endorsements.
Jalen Brown's a fucking genius, though.
He is.
Jalen Brown is a genius, Riley.
Dude gives lectures at NASA, Harvard, MIT. He almost
In the summer.
there was-
That's what he
there
does in the
was-
summer. Doesn't work
there
on
was-
his left hand. Gives out lectures.
Hey, don't forget the underwater pool videos.
He's dribbling a basketball under the ground, under the water.
No, looking at the Celtics as a whole, there's some things of concern, but I'm not overly concerned. I'll say this: I hate SGA. He's a foul baiting merchant. Um, Luca, he's a certified bucket getter, but Luca is also a free throw merchant, in my opinion. Um, Giannis is a big ass baby.
I'm
Don't
really
mean to
not a
cuss, but I
fan.
have to
I'm
bleep
not.
that out, but
No, I don't care. I'm not a big fan of who's that last guy you just mentioned?
Giannis.
I'm not a big fan of Giannis, and I'm really not a big fan of Karl Anthony Towns lately.
Cat, he's a little zesty.
Right. They have him and the other guy, Giannis, they have the same image as Phil Rivers.
Yeah.
Like, respectfully, I don't think that either one of those dudes have ever won anything. And
Giannis has one championship.
but they
I
look
will say this.
they
will
act
say this.
like Phil Rivers acted like he was Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Giannis's one title looks better than Jason Tatum's one title, in my opinion. If I'm weighing them out, I watched Giannis have a 50-point triple-double when it came time to close that bitch down.
Okay, but hear me out. In 21 or 22, Game 6 versus the Bucks.
And I
to
know
extend the series. Tatum dropped 46 on Giannis's head.
Hey, understand. I know what Jason Tatum does in the playoffs. I'm a Heat fan.
Oh, you're a Heat fan.
I'm a Heat fan. I know what those guys do. I know what. Hey, Cody Martin. Let me look in the camera and give you a stat, pal. The Celtic kill. That guy went to the Sixers. What did he do last week, Corey Grady?
Yeah,
What did he do last Monday, Corey, or last Sunday, Corey Grady? The Celtics killed that dude, Cody Martin, ain't scored 20 all damn year, Riley Dunbar. He goes against the Celtics. That dude goes against the Celtics,
Drops
goes
40.
7 for 9 from 3. Loses his mind.
A little off topic of the Celtics, but some of my most hated NBA players, Joel Embiid, Giannis, Luca,
Ben Simmons.
SGA, I'm not even counting him as relevant. And then this is just because of our playoff rivalry, Jimmy Butler.
Hey, bro, I'm going to tell you, I hate Jimmy Butler, too. Don't worry, I hate Jimmy Butler, too.
I'm pretty sure sure, listen, the last time I talked to Avery about Jimmy Butler, the take was not the same. Timeout. I lied. The last time we talked about Jimmy Butler was when Jimmy Butler was at the bar talking shit. If I was playing, Celtics would be on. The New York Knicks would damn sure be.
Bro, you're not, though. Like, I said what Pat Riley said 3 weeks before Pat Riley said it.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't come out either. It didn't come out. It's recorded. It's recorded in the annals of history in SPM. It's not out. There's no digital footprint of it. But I said the same thing.
Here's my finals prediction. Celtics versus Thunder.
Why isn't Jokic doing it again? Bro, and this is the thing. I'm not saying. I ain't even saying. Listen, time out. I want to say something. I watched this dude Jokic play basketball a couple times. I'm not a big basketball guy.
Couple two, three of them things.
Bro, that shit looks like when Jokic plays. That shit looks like you had the guy that was 6'5" in your high school, and you were playing in the gym, and they passed it to the tall guy every time, and he made it every time. And he got the rebound every time. And, like, respectfully, I forgot. He could shoot 3, too. But let me just tell you, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to hate on a skill or nothing like that. But, like, that's what – it looks unfair. Like, it looks genuinely unfair.
The problem the Nuggets have is when they won – or when they did their thing, Jamal Murray was playing at this level.
Oh yeah.
That's what I
Jamal
was
Murray
saying. The
is now
guard
playing at
play,
this level.
the level of guard play is the difference in the two teams, honestly.
Now, Aaron Gordon, he's still a dog.
That's like
right?
power
Michael
forward
Porter
type,
Jr.
right? Aaron
Yeah,
Gordon.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr.
But
Let that mother,
I just
he's hit.
the Nuggets game is inside the paint right now.
Yeah, they play
And
inside
the rest of the NBA is adapting to what the Celtics did last year, and that's chuck up 50 to 63s a game and live and die by the three ball.
Yeah, so if
Spoken like
anybody
a true
wants
Duke fan.
hold up. Public service announcement here, brought to you by Steel Pirate Media. If anybody wants to know why the NBA ratings are down, Corey Grady just told us why. The Boston Celtics won one fucking title shooting 63s a game, and now everybody has to do it. That's
also
the
that,
issue.
and like,
Bro,
my
it's
problem
bad
is
for
Adam
basketball,
Silver.
respectfully. Like, I feel like the kids were
It would
doing
be
it
the
before.
same thing.
The kids
It
were
would
doing
be
it
the
before.
same-
Now they're doing it. Now it's co-signed.
It would be the same thing as every team in the NFL going out there running empty and running fucking Hail Marys. In my opinion, the three
Mix in
or
a couple
layup,
double moves.
yeah, the three and layup mindset that basketball has right now, it's so bad. Like
Yes.
you see it from NBA all the way to high school now. Like it is getting into middle school. Like it's just bad. It's very bad. Basketball's not a good spot, but
It's hard
Avery,
though.
I do have a question for you. What are your thoughts on Joe Mazzulla as a coach?
Buddy
Joe
rocks,
Mazzulla.
bro.
Joe
Every time I seen
Mazzulla.
it, he's got energy, bro. He be flying around.
I
Bro,
think
he be
he's an
good.
innovator. I think he's an innovator, honestly. Like
Did y'all
he's
watch
got
that game? Did
he's
y'all watch that game where it was like the end of a quarter,
Nope.
and I forget what team we were playing, but their player tried to take an open jump shot just like at the end of the quarter. My man Joe Mazzulla sprints onto the court and contests his shot just to heat check him.
yeah, like after the quarter's over, like the clock's
And they're
gone
just
out, he's
like-
run out and closing out.
Yeah.
Like I mean, bro, I'll be honest. Joe Mazzulla.
Hey, that's a
absolute
man. That's
dog
a
at
man.
West
Time out.
Virginia.
Time out. Before you get ahead of yourself, that is a man that tells me he practices what he preaches.
Bro, he makes the Celtics watch YouTube videos of orca whales hunting seals.
Yeah, dog.
Have you ever seen it?
Uh,
When they knock
I'll
him
tell
off
you,
the
Yes, it's
iceberg,
crazy.
they set him
Yes.
up. Yeah.
They
I'll
work.
tell
They
you
work
like
together.
this.
That's why our ball movement's good.
Joe
The
Mazzulla,
orcas.
absolute dog at West Virginia University. Go watch.
Bucket getter.
Go watch the thing. He was a bucket getter. He was also a very, very, very good like point guard. He's also a very defensive guy. Joe Mazzulla was the point guard who is checking you 94 feet. The basket goes in. He is at the baseline, waiting for you to get the ball.
The Peyton Pritchard.
Who is that coach? Big dude.
Bob Huggins.
Big-
Bobby Huggins.
Big dude.
Cannot drive sober. Cannot drive sober. That guy's been fired from 4 different jobs because he can't drive sober.
Get him a job at Georgia football.
Yeah.
No. He didn't say fast. He said sober.
Sober. Yeah.
They don't discriminate.
Actually. But man, I like Joe Mazzulla as a coach, man. I will say Ime Udoka, I will tell, and I caught a lot of flack for this. I said the other day, I believe Ime Udoka is the modern day Greg Popovich, strictly based on his coaching style and how he changes teams, like just entire mindsets.
If he
Ime
would have just
Udoka-
kept it in his pants.
That's all, bro. Ime Udoka set that team up for success. I feel like they ran out of gas against the Warriors that year that they lost in the finals before they won last year. Missoula being a breath of fresh air, being more of an offensive coach for guys like Tatum, who's an offensive guy, it was easier for him to buy in. I think that's why he had a lot of success. He's having a lot of success right now.
So I'll say this: you'll never find a bigger Tatum fan than me. Jason
Yeah,
Tatum is my favorite player in the NBA.
no aura.
My
I genuinely
my only
believe that, bro.
grievance,
I
my only
genuinely,
bro, he impregnated LMA.
that's awesome. Congrats.
But
You're 6'10" and shoot basketball, bro. You should
have-
be able to get any fucking bitch you can. Yeah. 350 M's.
Yeah.
Yes.
That you didn't even
Yeah,
spend.
dog. Yeah.
My
Sorry,
problem
Corey.
He's,
Still
it's
don't
like
give
he
him more.
forgets- It's like he forgets he's 6'10" when he takes some of these 3-point shots. Like, bro, go in the paint and catch a body here and there, and he does sometimes. But like, drive more.
He don't have that. That's why I say he ain't got that dog in him. He ain't got that dog in him, man. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Because at
you know what my
6'10",
favorite-
let me tell you something.
you know
At
what my favorite play is?
At 6'10",
You know what
he'd
my
have been
favorite
one of the
play
best
is?
receivers in the NFL.
Hold
Hold
I got
up.
one
He'd have
for
been one
you,
of the
right,
best
dumb
receivers
boy?
at the NFL. But guess what? There was that one day in youth football, and he said, "Nah, I'm playing basketball. Fuck this."
I'll say this. You want to know what
NBA
changed
money
Jason
is
Tatum?
wild.
You know what changed Jason Tatum's mindset when it came to going to the rim? The bubble.
I already knew you were gonna say the Bam dunk or the block.
What happened?
The block. The one that man has up in his house. Yeah. The one that he put on a t-shirt and he sends to Jason Tatum when they play each other. Yeah. That
Who?
one. Bam.
Bam Abadiah.
Oh,
Adebayo. Get it right. Get it
Adebayo, my
right.
bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey.
My
Hey.
apologies.
2-5 shit,
Perfect
man.
County legend.
2-5 shit.
2-5 shit, Corey. 2-5 shit.
Yeah. Corey Grady was a legend.
legend.
He was not.
Corey
Corey Grady
Grady
was
was
on
a-
the football team that played against him his freshman year. Corey Grady had to block him too.
What happened with football?
I mean, we
Respectfully, I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Respectfully, NBA money is wild.
respectfully put that belt to ass.
And what was it, 40-0?
42-0. Shout out Kentrell Washington for talking shit on Twitter that week. Stevie head tapped that boy 3 times in the first half. I'll never forget, bro. Jimmy looked right at Steve talking about that Kentrell over there.
Hey. Anything else for the people, Corey? Anything else you want to say about us? Anything you want to say about the things that we say? Anything you heard? Anything?
It's been
This is your
it's been
time. You
actually
got 5.
very-
Go.
I was actually very nervous coming onto the podcast, but this has been very enjoyable. It's easy to talk to. I might have to pop on here more often.
Yeah, no.
I was
like
talking
it.
to Riley earlier. I might have to start popping up here more and more and get more involved. I actually really enjoy this.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Patriots full on rebuild. Overhaul the whole thing. Fire everybody, except for Alex Van Pelt. Keep him as a quarterbacks coach at minimum. Celtics got to stop playing stupid and not go an entire second half with Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday missing every shot they take. Other than that, they'll be golden. The Red Sox, don't even get me started on John Henry's refusal to spend money. He only wants to spend money on the PGA. That's the state
Don't
of
get me
Boston
started.
sports.
Don't get me started with baseball, brother.
Yeah, man. Riley's a Pirates fan.
Understand this.
He's about to lose the greatest pitcher in this decade.
There's
this generation.
There's a website.
Years.
There's a website, and it's histeamnotours.org. The website is essentially created to raise money to put up advertisements and billboards around the city of Pittsburgh that read, and I quote, "Sell the team, Bob." Okay? That's in reference to Bob Nutting, who I've said several times, I respect my elders, except him. if I ever see him in public, it's not going to be more than one. He's an old man, but I'm punching him in the mouth because he has taken the greatest sports fans, the city that has the greatest sports fans, and taken full advantage of it, and just ran the team in black ink. Didn't try to win anything, but he knows those people are going to buy those tickets to sit and watch that team, and it is an absolute atrocity. Like
That's
like
how
you talk about there
Fanatic
being
is.
35% in Gillette Stadium, dog. I don't know if you know this or not, but the Pirates haven't won anything in our lives. That's for sure.
They made it to the playoff one
And
time
they're
in my 30 years on Earth.
still getting that 35% that just hit Foxborough. That's all I'm telling you, buddy. So like
So Corey
Can't
Grady,
do
this
it,
is
dude.
how I can say, because a lot of people is gonna hear Dunbar talk about the Steelers being the best sports town and all that. They'll probably
It's
be a little
Pittsburgh.
upset. They're probably gonna be a little upset. This is what I'll say. I had the pleasure of going to a Steelers game, preseason game this year. Before that preseason game started, there was also a Pirates baseball game going on. The Pirates ended up, I think, winning 4-3. The people left that Pittsburgh Pirates game, walked a full
Block.
maybe block and a half to the tailgate lots, got as shit faced as they could. The bucket fell, and it rained for about 15 minutes, about as hard as you could get. And then they all went to Acrisure Stadium for a preseason football game. I'll tell you what,
It's an interesting
hard
town.
pressed to find better fans.
I mean, listen,
Very hard pressed.
I'm not even trying to be too biased, and I tell people this all the time. Like, if your team comes to Pittsburgh and you want to go to the game, I'm in every time. Like, no question. You just text me, I'm in,
I have to come out there.
bro. It's
But
no
hey,
question.
and it ain't hard to get around there. It's everything's right there.
Yeah,
Everything is
I might
right
actually
fucking
be
there.
in Boston April 6th. I'm going April 5th for the Supercross race, but then I might go to the Washington Wizards game on April 6th.
do it,
Celtics versus Wizards.
do it.
Do it, man.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you, okay? And I don't know. I mean, that's not too late season, so I don't think is it. If it's not, I mean, if it's like a Friday or Saturday, I don't know, depending on how things go. But this is what I would give you advice: go, be close to the stadium, half hour beforehand. If it's just like I don't know, you don't have children yet, do you?
Yeah, I got a kid.
Is,
I got my daughter. She's 2 months.
is she going with you?
Damn.
No, she'll stay with my parents.
Okay, so it's just you and the old lady.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just you and the old lady, bro. Go find you a little restaurant or something, bar, have some drinks, chill it, bull it, and then like half hour, 45 minutes before the game, check the tickets. I bet you lost
Oh,
30%. You know?
No, see, this is what me and my buddies figured out at the Hurricanes games. We
What?
buy tickets for like the top of the lower level, like the very top row. And then as the game's going on, we check Ticketmaster, and every time we can get seats down there on the glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the smart, just like baseball games, buy standing room only.
Yeah.
Then check Ticketmaster while you're in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually going to see Shane Gillis not this Friday, but the following Friday on the 17th. And I begged everybody that's going with me. I said, just can you please let me buy the tickets? And I bought row A of the second level. So there's nobody in front of me.
Yeah, you're like right on the front at the edge of
Yep.
the balcony type thing.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
Perfect.
I will say the best experience I've ever been to a sporting event. 2 years ago, my wife, I had just got a promotion at work. It was my birthday. My wife got me courtside seats. We went to TD Garden in Boston. Wednesday night, we watched the Celtics play. No, not Wednesday night. Thursday, we went to the Patriots versus Bills game at Gillette Stadium. Friday night, we sat literal courtside at TD Garden to watch the Celtics play the Miami Heat. I got my Tatum jersey signed, my Marcus Smart jersey signed, D White signed my Jordans. I've got a Malcolm Brogdon signed Celtics hat up there. Sports card signed by Al Horford. Best experience ever.
That's fire.
That's
a
that's a
heater.
Boston fans experience right there. I tell you what,
That's a heater. I told them, and after this we can go, but I told them my greatest Christmas gift ever was from my grandpa. When I was, I think I was 16. I got
I
tickets
didn't think it
to
was 16.
when
Thought
I
it was
was
like
when I was 16. It was 2012, I think, give or take. I don't know, 2011. I think it was December of 2011.
10. I don't know why I
No,
thought
it's
it was
just
10.
December of 2011, I think. But it was 1 o'clock Steelers Ravens, 7 o'clock Penguins Maple Leafs.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He
Avery,
had a little
you
bit of a
appreciate
trick.
this. That's me and fuck, you couldn't see that. That's me and Jaylen Brown's right hand.
Oh
Hey.
man,
That is
that
literally
man!
me.
Hey, he turned around and looked at the wife like, "You got that on tape, right?
Bro,
You got that
my
right."
wife's private tour of TD Garden before the game. $70.
So I got one for you, Corey. When you go back up there, you got to take the tour of Fenway. You got to go
Yes.
take the tour of Fenway. You got to go eat at Cask and Flagon, right there in
Yes.
right field. You got to do
So
that.
we did that. My bachelor trip, we went and did a double header, Red Sox versus Yankees, both games the same day.
Fuck you, Corey Grady.
That was my bachelor trip. It was me, Justin Balance, and a few other guys from around here. It was like 10 of us.
Fuck you, Corey Grady. So the thing that I got for graduating high school was Red Sox tickets. I went and watched the Red Sox play on a Tuesday night, 6 rows above the home dugout. I watched David Ortiz strike out on 3 pitches and then stand at the top of the dugout and yell as loud as he could and threw his bat. And it was the scariest thing I've ever seen from a human.
Yeah, that was Fenway when we were there.
Yeah,
Like,
and then the Wednesday night after they played the Rays this week, and the Wednesday night after it was Wednesday night baseball. We were in center field, about 12 rows off of the wall, and those little ass grandstand seats. Those seats are so tiny out there, Riley Dunbar.
But Riley, if you've never,
Oh,
if
tiny,
you ever
buddy.
get the chance to go to Fenway just to look at how thick the paint is on the railing around the stadium to show you how old it is. It's insane.
They don't sand it. They just
No,
throw
they
green
paint over
paint
the
on
shit.
it, dog. They throw green paint on it. There's
The landlord
probably
special.
yeah. It's probably 100 years worth of green paint on that shit in there. It's
Yeah.
wild. But Corey Grady, I can tell you it's been a pleasure having you on tonight, man.
I appreciate it.
Definitely gave us insight on the Boston sports world, more so than what we typically could give the people.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, it was, and for those of you that don't know, we did put a tweet out. So if there is somebody out there listening, and they're like,
There's
"Oh,
a couple. There's
how'd
a couple
this
people
guy-
that
how'd this
there's a
guy
couple-
get there?" We
there's
put
a couple people that said that to me, like, I want to be on the pod. I want to.
We put a tweet out.
Check the socials, guy.
we put a tweet out. We'll do it again. Corey responded. I DM'd him. We set it up. Took a couple weeks, but we made it happen. We'll always make it happen if we put something out there like that. But
I don't know if y'all say this. Turn your post notifications on. If you enjoy the pod, turn the post notifications
turn the
on.
post notifications on. Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, I almost messed up. Fundamental fam. Shout out to the fundamental fan at Washington High School. I'll throw the pic. I'm sending the picture to the editor that y'all wanted me to throw up there. Don't worry.
We'll get
Shout
it
out
in there.
Fundamental fam.
We'll get it in there. But nah, it's episode 30. Thanks everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.